I am not a teacher of nuance. And you must, in the end, pardon my bruteness, my bull in the china shop. Yes, I want to get things done. You don't have a lot of time, given your rate of decisiveness, to get them done. And it's not just preparation. It's changing your mind and building a new character. That's a hardship. So now, keep in mind where I have said the safe places are. Keep in mind what I have asked you to do. To move out of the cities, to move away from water, the oceans, to the high places, to certain interiors. Get sovereign, sell your palaces, and if all you have left over is to buy an acre of land, buy that acre of land, and if you don't have enough to live in, you build a hut out of the timber on that land. But you make sure you have water, 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 and become the sole proprietor of that water underneath your feet, of that aquifer that is underneath your feet. And you till the land, and you begin with the meager resources that used to go for things of vanity to buy living seeds and start planting and learning how to survive. Nearest and dearest to nature. A great migration underway. Before it's a little late. One of the great places is right here. And you would say, as cynics in London who are watching me now, he just wants us to move to Yelm. No, actually, with that attitude, stay away. You stay away. You stay on your island nation that is already experiencing earthquakes. And you experience a new ice age overnight. And see how Yelm sounds to you when everything's just too cold to bear. Out of the entire world, this place you call home right now is in a very volcanic, crust zipper moving area. Absolutely. There's a very big mountain back there that we're pacifying. There is a massive fault line out in the ocean. You know, the world is made up of zippers, plates, movement, evolution, and change. That is what happens in a dynamic world with as much water as you have. Everything needed for your style of life. You know, water and all. But as we will see, when we take in the whole world, what I have chosen for you to be at as this navel of the world now is that the absolute incidences that are going to occur, you're going to ride, appreciate, and then they'll be behind you. Because what happens after it happens to you is going to be far worse for the rest of the world. This place is a sacred indigenous Indian prairie. Sacred. This little area, geologically, is rocky soil with gigantic boulders supporting its structure. As the earthquake code is to build sky rises so that they move and roll. As the perfect building for a massive earthquake in a metropolitan area, we have 22 miles of the most unique geological place in the entire world. This 20 miles already has gigantic rollers sitting underneath it, on top of fractured points. This area is known to have the most beautiful artesian streams and aquifers of the purest water, although slightly mineralized by human activity. This area, in case of an earthquake, will rise up to the extent it can of 30 feet and allow the rolling effect of giants battling each other in a form called plate tectonics to occur. Oh, make no doubt, you will feel the shaking and the rattling. But the city to the north will be devastated in a 10.0 earthquake. 10.0 to 10.5. That is what is about to happen. Now, the school is a place centered that in even the military's assessment of nuclear winter, where would be the safest place in nuclear winter? Right here. Is the only place on the face of the earth that sees the sun. It is also the only place on earth that will see the sun and worldwide cataclysmic volcanic activity. Now, turn to your partner and tell him what you just heard, so that you don't go squirreling around by emotions, but you're still led by facts. And if I need to prove to you that I know this, I can throw a book down here that will rock the stage of how many times I've been right and you have been wrong. You may begin. Yeah. Now, you got that? Nice. And everyone says, well, what about Mount Rainier? Well, what about it? When your greatest prophets, and shame on you, thought it was going to erupt a few years ago, within 2 weeks, he had to be right on because he was right on about everything. And he was disappointed that he was wrong that it didn't. Instead of saying, I'm so glad it didn't. It saved all these lives. Or pyroclastic flow. Or Lahar. No. You're fucking disappointed it didn't go off. I said it wouldn't go off. Who's right, you or me? Who's the coward? What? Mount Rainier is not the problem. It's very quiet and happy. Mount Hood and Mount Adams is another story. Now, in this place has pure water. You can casually drop a seed bun on the ground, and the seed that comes off of that bun will sprout in a few days. Well, you don't even have to be an agribusiness. You just have to go around eating your organic cereal and spill a few crumbs off of your mouth to find that the very things you're eating are sprouting up. We can't nourish you enough. You only have to take bird seed, throw it on the ground